We've all seen the cute and innocent challenges that have been going around, but there's also some really terrifying challenges that you should never participate in. Let's take a look at these challenges and see which ones you should and shouldn't do.
OMG, am I fanning too much? Sorry.
When I saw your video for the first time, I was addicted.
The Sprite and Banana Challenge has to be the worst challenge out there. This challenge led to a lot of people throwing up and feeling very unwell. People were doing this challenge because they thought they wouldn't throw up from it.
What? You never eat bananas and drink Sprite? Oh. Unless you're a fan of throwing up, I would definitely not recommend doing this challenge. This is a challenge that was introduced to the internet a very long time ago, and everybody knows it. It's called the Sprite and Banana Challenge. What it entails is consuming a few bananas pretty rapidly, and then downing an entire bottle of Sprite. Now, the reason this challenge is so famous is because when you do this challenge, you automatically throw up. But this is no accident. There's actually a logical explanation behind why this happens. Firstly, when we look at Sprite, we know that Sprite contains carbon dioxide. This is what gives it its fizz. And when Sprite enters a human stomach, carbon dioxide gets released and it expands, creating a gas. This is typically what comes up as a burp. The only problem is the banana in your stomach is going to bind with the gas so it can't escape freely. This means it's going to come up as a solid or liquid. And considering the average human stomach only holds around 500 milliliters worth of fluid, you're going to puke. Now, these two right here actually did not end up throwing up, but if they had drank more Sprite, they probably would have.
Okay, luckily for them, they did the challenge and didn't throw up. But if you watch their video, it looks like they drank a bunch of Sprite. Drinking a lot of Sprite with a couple of bananas inside of you isn't good at all. Some people have not only puked but have also passed out from this. This challenge is basically like keeping a bunch of air and food inside of you, which can lead to temporary problems, but overall it's not the worst challenge out there. It can't do much harm like make you go to the hospital or anything like that. But everyone's body reacts differently, so be careful. This next challenge was a trend at some point, which I advise nobody to do. If you guys watched part 1 of this video, then you would know the Floor 74 challenge. This challenge was just like Floor 74, but instead of waking up in a hallway of doors, you wake up stuck inside your dream forever.
Trends that should have never been trends. Part 4, 690452.
Off topic, but did anybody notice that sheet said part 4 but the text said part 2?
Wait a minute.
Part 4, 690452.
Off topic, but did anybody notice that sheet said part
Means that if you die in your dream, you will die in real life too. There is a 50/50 chance of surviving. People are not sure how it works, but the number means cursed or hell number.
Yeah, literally everything that happened in that dream would happen in real life. Could you even consider it a dream if you're literally stuck there forever though? Well, I guess you're meant to be stuck there forever, but some people actually escaped. A girl did this challenge and was surprisingly able to escape.
Story time on how did I survive waking up after trying this trend. Back in 2022, there was this trend going on where you write this number thing on your wrist, then you go to sleep, then you'll be stuck in your dream and never wake up again. I didn't believe any of this, so I was like, I need to try this and see if it works or not. I was stuck in a Squid Game backrooms. Back then, I was a huge fan of Squid Game, and since I'm a shifter and a lucid dreamer, I was like, why not try to play Squid Game in my dreams? Maybe that makes so much sense why I was stuck in a Squid Game backrooms, not because the number I wrote on my wrist before I went to sleep. However, I was still stuck in that place and I couldn't get out, to the point I felt like more than 5 hours have passed and I'm still in that place. But then I got up the stairs and finally I found the door that I opened, and then I woke up.
Honestly, that must be so terrifying. Just knowing the fact that you might be trapped inside your dream forever. Unless you find a magical door that, fortunately, wakes you up. But the chances of finding that door is little to none. People who have did this trend and survived had some interesting feedback on it. Someone said they did this trend and woke up with their pants down. That must be nice. I can't find the comment, but someone also said they did this trend and woke up to their mother yelling at them to wake up for school. So everybody has their own unique survival story to this challenge. I still don't recommend anyone to do it though. So a couple years ago, there was apparently a virus going around on people's phones. The virus said, "Can you hide?" and there was two options which were yes or no. This reminds me of that one creepy legend who gets kids to play hide or seek with them. The kid would hide and they would try to seek for them. The creepy legend would do all of this at night and it would be random kids too. I kinda forgot how the rest of it went, but something bad happens to the kid.
Have you heard of the Can You Hide game? We've all heard of Bloody Mary, Charlie, and those games are scary, but they're nothing compared to the Can You Hide game. It's not something you can find on the App Store or the Google Play Store. There's nothing about the game on any public websites except this cautionary post. It doesn't matter if you're a good or a bad person, it chooses its targets randomly. No matter how hard you try, you can't avoid the game. Nobody can. First, you're gonna hear a ding on your phone, and then a window might pop up. All it will say is, "Can you hide? Yes or no?" Make sure you pick no. When it first appeared on my phone screen, I was shocked. I thought it was like some sort of virus. And there's no option to close the window. There's only yes and no. I didn't want to infect my phone, so I decided to do some research first. I tried to Google it, but I couldn't find anything about the yes-no game. The only thing I could find is one thread that pointed me toward a Discord server. There was an entire category for this new game that started appearing on people's phones. Clicking yes apparently starts a hide-and-seek game with the unknown. When I read that, I was like, I don't know what this means, so I kept reading. The first person on the thread said, "Can anybody help me? Nobody seems to know anything about this game. My friend played it nonstop for a week and then he went missing. That was 2 weeks ago. There are daily search parties, but I don't think they're gonna find him. He told me it wasn't a game. He said he saw a face outside of his window." Some people said you have to select no. Other people said it destroyed their life. Some people said the only way is to not choose anything. Just leave it on your phone forever. Someone said, "What if I just turn off my phone?" The last comment on the thread, "It's your funeral." The more I was reading, the more anxious I felt, and I still didn't know what to choose. I'm out of time, so go to part 2.
This girl was right. There's like little to no sources talking about this Can You Hide challenge. I was able to find a YouTube video on it, but it didn't say much information about this challenge. It was just telling the story of the challenge. So I guess we have to put our big detective glasses on and go based off of context clues. I personally think this Can You Hide challenge is fake. This challenge is told to pop on phones and sometimes computers. Specifically Apple iPhones that Loki gave it away that this is fake. iPhones are designed to not easily get viruses and hacked. Only way to get a virus is if you personally download it from a sketchy website. Also, if you press yes, I'm pretty sure it'll give you a virtual creepy challenge. Overall, I think this is just a virus that people downloaded and it later popped up on their screen. This next challenge surprised me because I've actually done it before. Would I do it again? Heck no. I only did it because it's very popular and my friends encouraged me to do it.
Trends that should have never been trends. PT12. The Penny Challenge. The Penny Challenge first went viral in 2020, but came back in 2021, December when an Amazon Alexa told a 10-year-old to try the challenge. In this challenge, you would plug a charger halfway into an outlet and then drop a penny between the prongs. Often it results in a person getting electric shock, starting fires or causing lifelong injuries, maybe even death. Not only wasting a fireman's time, it would also damage the charger and the outlet.
This challenge was all about keeping balance, which some people didn't have, and that's why they got hurt. When I did this challenge, I didn't make it to the top, but I didn't get hurt either. I only took 2 steps and decided not to do the challenge anymore. I was scared. Here's a clip of what people expected when they tried to do the challenge.
Go! Oh. What?
And here's the harsh reality of actually doing the challenge.
Hurry up, bro. What's up? I keep slow rolling, bro. Like, why y'all want to take so long?
I'm glad that kid was okay after he fell. That could have gone way worse. As always, if you made it this far, make sure to like and subscribe. Bye bye, my winters.
Hey dearies, welcome back. Have you ever been to Disney World? Because today we're talking about the dark secrets of Disney, and in one of these stories, a girl literally loses her head. So, if you want to keep your head, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and turn the bell on right now. Trust me, I'll protect you. Imagine if your mom or dad came up to you and said, "Hey, we're going to Disney World." Would that make you excited? Or would you be scared? I'd be scared because this one kid who went to Disney ended up getting oafed by a ride. It was so scary, and I'll show you the video, but make sure to pay attention and watch till the end to stay safe.
Let's talk about another person who lost their life at Disney. So on Friday, September 5th, 2003, 22-year-old Marcelo Torres, he's at Disneyland. He gets on Big Thunder Mountain Railroad Coaster. If you don't know much about the ride, here's the picture. It opened in 1979, and it pretty much is just a runaway train, and it rushes through caves, mine shafts with a red rock scenery. There are 5 trains and 5 cars, and riders are arranged 2 across in 3 rows, making a total of 30 riders per train.
Wait a minute. I think I've actually been on a similar ride before. Have you been on this ride?
During this ride, Marcelo's in the front seat, and as they go into the tunnel, the car...
Alright, so how do I say? Alright guys, I gotta go, but I'll see you tomorrow. I might make a video of me going somewhere. I might, I don't know. We'll see. But if I do, then yeah, be happy. Alright, bye.